Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to The Done Creative. In this video, we're going to explore what to expect in the month of June for your love life. And before we get into this, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone who has subscribed and commented lately. You guys are awesome. Just thank you so much. I know I say that in pretty much every video, but I just really do want you guys to know how much I appreciate you checking out these videos. If you're new to pick-a-card readings, try to choose with your gut or your intuition and not with your eyes or which number is your favorite. And please keep in mind this is a general reading and this covers both singles and people that are coupled, so not all of each pile will resonate. So just keep that in mind and take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you want to catch up with me between readings, you can find me over on Instagram at The Done Creative, all one word. I think that's enough talking from me, so let's get started with pile number 1. And today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to move the piles off camera so that we have more room and concentration on the pile at hand. Okay, group number 1. What should you expect in June for your love life? Okay, for you guys, it looks like you've had a bit of a rough patch recently in your relationship, or if you're single, just no prospects on the horizon. And I do see in June, you're going to have this new dawn, this new beginning. The worst part is now behind you, and there's positive new stuff on the horizon for you. So you'll be cleaning up. I think this is mostly emotional and mental stuff that you're going to be working on, but what you need to do is just kind of trudge through all this mental stuff. Where it comes to love, we get these expectations and even resentments start to build up over time with loved ones. So you'd really benefit from just getting clear on how much you love this person, or if you are single, picturing the person that you're trying to bring into your life. And with the higher learning card and the Queen of Water and the Star, they're just really beautiful cards, and you have this really happy time coming up. I feel like this summer is just going to be this whole new beginning for you. If you have been single for a long time, you're going to find the one this summer. And probably starting in June even, you will find somebody, and it looks like there's some positive long-term plans coming up, and you're on the right path. So if you've been having a rough patch with someone you're already with, things are looking up, and it looks like the two of you will sit down, if you haven't already, to really make a plan on what is it that we want from each other and in our lives. Because we're not always on the same page with our significant other, even if we do really get along with them. There are things that they may want to do that we don't, or vice versa, and we could really benefit from figuring out why we feel the way we do in certain instances and cleaning up anything that's not serving us, belief systems, past relationships. You can do a cord-cutting meditation and cut that out. And the higher learning card, I think this is more on a soul level, because you've learned from your experiences, past and even present, that you know really what you don't want in this relationship, or if you're single, in a future relationship. So just really take the time to do some inner work and even search out books on relationships and how to make them work from a more spiritual level, not just the physical, mental, emotional level, because that's what a lot of relationships are missing out on, is that spiritual connection. And this person that you're with or that you're calling in is a true love. It is somebody that could be with you for a lifetime. You guys have this strong bond that it's going to take a lot to break if you guys can just get on the same page, because it looks like for a while you haven't been. But with the new dawn and the Star, there's just these really beautiful new beginnings coming up for your relationship, and it wouldn't hurt to, I do keep seeing this guy here outside, doing some yard work. Get out together in nature. Go for a hike, go for a walk, go on a vacation together. It would really benefit your relationship this month. And it is a good month since it is the start of summer to get out there and do something together with someone you love. So yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for you guys. I think I will do a little treasure box word. A couple of you have mentioned you like that. So without further ado, let's get your treasure box message for June for your love life. Trust. That's a good one for love and relationships. So yeah, just trust this person or the universe if this person isn't with you. Just trust that the perfect relationship, and again, there's no perfect relationship, but the perfect relationship for you is in the works if you don't have someone already. And if you already do, this person is worth trusting and is a true love. So in June, just give it all you got. Just spend time with this person and trust them. Clean up your own inner mess that we all have going on at any given time. And just look forward to these beautiful new beginnings, because this relationship is going to reach a new level. And I think with a lot of you, it is a spiritual level that maybe hasn't been tapped into before. Just this whole new level of understanding and unconditional love that maybe you two have never experienced before. So yeah, that's all I'm seeing for you guys. Thanks again for checking this out, and I hope this resonated. Leave me a comment below letting me know what you thought. And I hope you have a really beautiful June. Thank you so much, group number 1. Okay, group number 2, let's see what you need to expect for June in your love life. So it looks like for you guys, the thing that's really standing out the most is so many people just have their arms out and open. And then these two are embracing. But I think for a long time, you guys have been a little bit closed off with your emotions or your feelings. And this can go for someone who is single or in a relationship. Maybe you've been more introverted and keeping to yourself more than being with your significant other. Or if you're single, you haven't been going out or trying to meet anybody. You've just been really, I don't want to say stuck, but just feeling unworthy of things a lot of times. And you've just been wanting things to happen so badly in the situation, and it may not have been happening. But in June, it looks like you're coming up on this time where this voice of truth card, you need to focus on your purpose and release the fear of being let down if you speak your truth. Because a lot of us hold back in love because we think, oh, that person won't like that, or they don't want to hear that thing. Just deliver things with love, and they're much easier to hear. A lot of times when we're blaming someone else for something that's been going on in a relationship, they can harbor that and just almost start to push us away because they feel like they've done wrong in some way, and we don't want to be delivering our truth without tact. So let this person know how you feel. And if you are single and have your eye on somebody, it looks like you could be finally letting this person know, hey, I like you. We should get together and go have some fun together. And if you are with someone, you haven't been allowing yourself to just have fun. I think both of you have been pretty busy with life, and June would be a great time to get away together. If you could take a couple's vacation together, even if it's just one day where if you have kids, have someone watch the kids overnight and you guys go do something fun, because I think a lot of you have just been busy and working and lonely and sad, and you would really benefit from reconnecting and expressing your love to your significant other. So even if you surprise them, with a romantic dinner or just time alone, doing something you haven't done for a while, even if it's something as simple as going for a walk or window shopping, something that you know your significant other does enjoy doing, but that's not going to take away from you two spending quality time together. I wouldn't suggest going to movies and stuff like that because your attention would be taken away from the other, but something like a nice dinner or a walk on the beach or, again, just that vacation or trip where you two can just reconnect, because I think the connection here, if you're with someone, has just been kind of stagnant a little bit, and you have all this beautiful orange light and color coming in to really reignite that sacral chakra, that sexual energy, and just creativity and excitement for life. So you guys would really benefit from getting away. And if you are single, don't worry about that. You can get away just by yourself and really treat yourself the way that you would want a loving partner to treat you. And have faith that this is working out in your highest good. Even if you are single, you're meant to be single right now, so you can allow yourself to be happy and come from a place of complete fulfillment before you do find that significant other. But June looks like this month where even if you're kind of having a rocky relationship, just have some patience, because by the end of the month, you guys are going to have reignited that spark or reconnected on a level you haven't for quite some time. And just let yourself be happy, and don't beat yourself up if your relationship does feel like, oh man, I haven't been putting in the work on my relationship, and we've been too busy working or dealing with the kids or doing all these things, and you almost just start harboring this guilt and using it against yourself in your own mind. But don't do that. You guys are intuitive. You know what's best to help reignite that spark and get this relationship back on the right track. And again, don't be afraid to express your love, even if you're just walking by your partner in the hall. Give them a hug, hold their hand, kiss them, do something that just shows, hey, thinking of you, love you. Send them a flirty text or a funny text during the day just to say, hey, I'm thinking of you. And yeah, that's, I think, all I'm getting from you. So we'll go ahead and do the treasure box word. Okay. It's something you guys can focus on for your love life in June 2019. Clarity. All right, beautiful. Yeah, I think just get clear on what it is you expect from yourself and your partner in this relationship. Or if you are single, what it is that you want in a partner and why you want those things. Because a lot of times we're seeking outside of ourselves to fulfill ourselves when it's our primary job to fulfill ourselves and be 100% complete before we try to seek out fulfillment in somebody else. And that goes for if you're single or together with somebody. So either way, just really take care of yourself and fulfill your own needs, fill your own cup. So just get clear on what it is you want, clarity, maybe plan a little vacation or a little trip, just the two of you. And just be clear on what you expect from your partner and what they expect from you. Even if you have to sit down and just say, hey, we haven't connected in a while. What should we be doing together? What should we be focusing on? I think you guys can have a really beautiful month together. So yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for you, pile number 2. So thank you so much for checking out the video. And if you like this and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I have a lot of fun videos planned and new kinds of readings that I haven't done yet that I'm kind of in the developmental stages of. So yeah, feel free to come back and check that out, and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment letting me know how you're doing. All right, thank you so much, group number 2, and have a beautiful month of June. Okay, group number 3, let's get to your reading on what to expect in your love life in June 2019. I hope you can see all that. You guys did have an extra card pop out. 2 extra cards, actually. Looks like there's a lot going on for you guys in love in June. So for the singles, what I'm seeing first and foremost is you have been hurt in love in the past, and you had at one point thought you found this person that you were going to spend the rest of your life with, and then it turned out that it was more of a codependent situation where, and it doesn't even just have to do with addictions or anything like that. It could just be that you didn't feel fulfilled within yourself enough, that you were depending on that other person to do that for you. And that could even go with if you're single or married in this situation. But you really would benefit this month from tapping into, with the soul expansion card, just tapping into your own soul and what it is that you want, because we are all connected. And when someone else is upset, we tend to get upset. And I think with you guys, especially those that are in relationships, you may have had even just the first part of this year where you guys, you and your significant other, weren't really on the same page a lot, and you may have had these plans that fell through and just could never meet up and be on the same wavelength. And I think both of you have just been almost even offended by each other's actions at times. And I'm getting this message too about one person in particular that has recently broken up with somebody because it was a pretty codependent situation, but you both took offense, and I think you guys both have grown up a little and are ready to get back together. But that's just literally one person I'm picking up that message for. So if that's you, let me know. That's pretty cool. But whoever you are with, if you are coupled up, it looks like this is a soulmate relationship. And contrary to popular belief, we don't just have this one soulmate waiting out in the world for us. We have multiple soulmates. Your mom can be your soulmate. Your sister can be your soulmate. Your dad, your child. You know, we go through our different lives with these souls and travel in soul groups and soul families. So many of the people who mean a lot to you, and some of the people that have done you wrong and you never want to speak to again, are actually really close soul family members that signed up in this life to put you through the ringer so you would learn what you came here to do. And it seems funny because we get back to the other side and it's like this veil of amnesia is lifted and we remember everything that we had signed up for. And even these people that we just can't stand or we hate, or we're like, oh, that person's in my past, I would never want to see them again. They may be somebody who is in your soul family that just signed up to do these horrible, nasty things to you so you could grow and your soul could evolve. So just keep that in mind. Those of you that are dealing with this codependency, and I do feel a good number of you are still being affected by things that your exes have done. And whether you're married, partnered, or single, we can still be affected by the past relationships that we've had. So just keep that in mind. And cord cutting meditations are a really good way to try to heal that past connection and release it. So maybe look into doing that in June. But it looks like a lot of you haven't been taking the time to be with that significant other, and I think they are kind of feeling offended, like, oh, do they not like me as much as they used to, or do they not want to be with me because they're so busy and caught up in their own issues? And, you know, we all have our own issues going on all the time, but if we can, you know, for you guys, it would help to do some meditating and finding out what it is that you want to get out of this relationship and what it is you want to put into this relationship, because a lot of you are going to be putting more time and effort into your relationship in this month. And the things that have been challenges for you guys in the past, it's almost like you are both going to come to this understanding or this aha moment, like, oh, that's why things haven't been so great between us. And you can really start to heal that and put that aside, because by the end of the month you have a very happy time together coming up. This is the 10 of Earth, which is just like the 10 of Pentacles, and it's just a beautiful card, just this beautiful family life and complete financial abundance and security. And I think in this reading, it's just more relationship security. You feel things are really looking up for you guys going into July, and it would benefit you guys to do something fun together. And I think I've said that for one or two of the other groups. I'm not sure. I don't remember at this point. This information just flows through me and then it's gone. So sorry if I don't remember exactly, but you know, this is June. This is summertime. So get out in nature together and do something fun, and just try, if you're offending your significant other, or they're offending you, just try to realize they're probably not meaning to. A lot of times when we offend someone and we don't mean to, a lot of times when we're offending someone, it's because, or we're feeling offended, it's because there's something unhealed within us that needs worked on. And that's why, like, any time we're triggered by anything, triggering is a red flag to say, hey, there's some healing that needs done here. Because if something's said or done to you and it doesn't trigger you, you don't have an issue there and you're completely healed there. But if there's something that is triggering you, and even in these relationships, I think there's triggers. And those of you who are single have had people in the past trigger you, trigger you, trigger you. It's because there's something here to be healed. And instead of digging our heels in and blaming that person for all these horrible things they've said or done to us, you'd really benefit from thanking that trigger or that person that didn't do things the way we would have wanted them said or done. Just thank that instance for showing us a place in our life that needs healed. And yeah, it looks like for you guys, you're going to be working through these issues. And if you are single and coming up into meeting someone, this upcoming relationship for you is a soulmate relationship. And for those of you who are in relationships, this is a soulmate relationship. And it's very, very worth putting in the work and spending more time together. We all get busy, and it's hard sometimes to make sure that everyone around us is feeling good about the way that we're treating them and the amount of effort we're putting towards things. So just be really mindful of putting the effort in. So yeah, I think we're ready for your treasure box message. What to expect for June 2019 for your love life. Okay, presents. What was I just saying? Hilarious. Okay, yeah, so you guys would really benefit from being present with your significant other. A lot of us are on our phones a lot, or just busy with other things, and sometimes, you know, with the take offense, other people take offense to us not being there for them. So in the month of June, you'd really benefit in your relationship to be present for your significant other. Or if you are single, put yourself out there more and be present in the places where you could meet somebody. And you'd actually benefit from more spiritual places, not so much bars and that type of thing. That's kind of a more lower vibrational place to meet somebody. Not that it's wrong to meet your significant other in a bar or anything, but if you guys are single and gonna put yourself out there this month, go somewhere that's more nature, natural environment, or a more spiritual kind of environment, and you will be attracting someone who's more on a spiritual wavelength or a higher vibrational match for you. So yeah, just be there for them and they'll be there for you. And it looks like you guys are going to have a beautiful June together. So any problems that have been in the past, just, you know, again, thank those triggers for coming up and try to heal and move on from any of these past situations, and try not to be so offended by what they do, and try to not offend them as well. So yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for you guys, group number 3. But thank you so much for checking out the reading and all the beautiful comments you guys have been leaving. I really do appreciate. Sorry about that, you guys. My video file was too big, so it stopped recording. So I hope I didn't cut too much of the tail end of that off. I was just saying thank you so much again for checking out the readings, and thanks again for your comments. It really helps me know that I'm putting out the messages that you guys need to hear. So thanks again for that. And if you haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing. I really do have some awesome readings planned and some stuff that I haven't really talked about yet, or some new spreads that I kind of have in development coming out. So thanks again, and hope you guys come back to the Den Creative. All right, thank you. Okay, group number 4, here's your reading. Let's see what to expect for you guys for June 2019 for your love life. Okay, group number 4. So it looks like you guys have been having a rough time where love is concerned in your lives. If you're single or coupled, you've had this rough patch, or if you're single, it just seems like there's no prospects on the horizon for you. But with this cycles and phases card here, you guys are going to be getting out of that heavier energy and coming into a more open space where you can attract the kind of relationship that you're wanting. Even if you are in a relationship, attracting the way you want that relationship to go. And you'd really benefit to open your heart and just really examine, why is it that you're feeling so stuck or stagnant in this relationship, if that's the case, if that resonates. And again, make a decision. Feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. And then you have contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. I think a lot of you guys have been just busy doing other things in your life and haven't really been putting forth the most amount of effort into your relationship, or if you're single looking for a relationship. But you guys are coming out of that now. Just get in touch with yourselves and really figure out, what is it that I expect this other person to do? And this is kind of a lot like group 3. They had a lot of that energy as well. So if you did pick group 3 and 4, let me know. I'm kind of curious. I feel like some of you guys have crossed over from group 3. But the work that you're putting in to yourself and the relationship this month will really pay off. And then this Knight of Earth is like that Knight of Pentacles. It's time to buckle down and get some stuff done. Honor your commitments and really be there for that other person, because they are worth you're worth waiting for if you're single, and they're worth it if you're already together. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So if you are single, don't be discouraged, because that perfect person for you is in the works. Phases and cycles. You may have had not the best luck in love in your life, but it looks like you're coming out of that big cycle of chaotic relationships and coming into your own and really learning to open your heart. And if you have been hurt, it is hard to open your heart. And this goes for single and coupled, because our past relationships, there's still energetic ties there into our present moment. So you guys, I want to say it was group 1 or 2, I suggested doing a cord cutting meditation. And I would suggest that for anyone almost every day. Even in relationships you're already in, you can cut energetic cords in that relationship, because sometimes we get in these ruts and patterns that aren't healthy, or just aren't patterns that we want to continue on, and roads that we don't want to continue on. Not that we want to end the relationship, we just want to end certain dynamics that have occurred in the relationship. So you can do a cord cutting meditation to release these cycles and ruts that you've gotten yourself into, and it'll almost feel like there's this weight that's been lifted off of your relationship. And I do feel like if you are in a relationship, you two may have been distant from each other, or just, again, too busy. I think everybody's busy. Man, these days everybody's busy. But you guys, this person that you're with, or that you're wanting to get with, they're really worth it. And they're great people with big hearts. And if you both can just open up your hearts and figure out what it is you want in the relationship. A lot of times, even when we are with someone for, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, we get complacent. And again, going back to the ruts, you get in these habits and patterns and ruts. And when you have kids, or just a really demanding job or something, we kind of start to make those things our priority and not our significant other and ourselves. But you would benefit, you know, in a lot of these cards, these people are by themselves. Well, she's kind of off in the forefront here, but you would benefit from getting in touch with that inner self and figuring out what it is that you do want. And there are a handful of you that are kind of contemplating leaving this relationship. If you're in a relationship that is, you're just wondering, I don't know. And I'd like to say, do follow your intuition, because you know deep down what the best outcome is for you, whether to stay or to go. But I wouldn't say to cancel this person too quickly, because, you know, you do have the worth waiting for and open your heart card. And maybe you have been hurt so many times, and this person almost reminds you of cycles of past relationships. But I like to say that we can leave 50 relationships, but if we don't heal the problems that we had in those relationships, we're just going to carry that into our new relationship. So if you are single and you are struggling with these, you seem to always attract the same person into your life, and you're like, how come I always find this one certain guy or this one certain woman? It's because you haven't healed something that keeps coming up as a cycle. So really do spend some time alone, make a decision, contemplate what it is that you need to get in touch with to heal. And that goes for singles or coupled. You know, we carry these burdens of our past into everything we do. So really look into some, you know, personal healing for yourself, and just have an open heart, because this person in your life is somebody worth waiting for. And if you're single, it's worth the wait to wait for this person, because you don't want to have to go through another cycle. You know, really get real with yourself this month on what it is you want in the relationship and what you think they want. And even if you have to have a conversation, do that, because you'd really benefit from having some quality time together, and quality time towards your relationship, where you're talking about your relationship and not just sweeping it under the rug because it's just become this thing that's too much to deal with. You'd really do some good to finally address those elephants in the room and those skeletons in the closet. So yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for you guys. So let's go ahead and pick a word out of the treasure box. See what you guys could benefit from in June 2019 in your love life. Love. You think, okay, that's funny. Yeah, and I think that just goes with open your heart, because a lot of times our definition of love is a more conditional definition of love. It's not the true spiritual, untainted definition of love. So the more you can meditate and figure out what love means to you and your relationship, the better off you'll be. And I would say to make your relationship, if you're with somebody, your priority this month. I know we have work and all these other things going on, but your significant other in some of these cases feels like you have been too closed off. So you'd really benefit from putting yourself out there. And again, if you're single, put yourself out there, work on healing yourself, and with this open heart, you will attract the person that is meant to be in your life. So yeah, I think that's it for you guys, group number 4, but I just wanted to say thank you so much. And if you're new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I have a lot of really fun new kinds of spreads and stuff in development that I haven't done yet here on the channel, but I'm really excited about those. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, and I'd love to have you back. I have some really awesome subscribers, so thank you so much, guys, and I really, really hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, have a beautiful June.